Restricted performance. What triggers this warning sign to display on the instrument cluster? Restricted performance. You switch on the ignition and you see restricted performance display on the instrument cluster. What triggers this light? Now pay attention to this video, because at the end of this video I'm going to let you know what triggers restricted performance to display on the instrument cluster, even when you switch on the ignition. When the engine is not running, but you are seeing restricted performance to display at ignition. You switch on the ignition, the engine is off, but you are seeing on the instrument cluster the warning sign says restricted performance. Restricted performance, as you can see it on this screen. What causes this warning to show on the instrument cluster? Stay calm, because at the end of this video I'm going to let you know what is responsible for this sign. So if you are a Land Rover technician, if you are a Jaguar technician, this video is for you. If you are a technician of any kinds of vehicle, any brand, Toyota, BMW, Mercedes Benz, Land Rover, Jaguar and the rest, this video is for you. Whether you're a technician or you are a car owner, this video is for you, because this problem has actually occurred so many times, but even technicians, some of them are confused. But I'm going to let you know what causes this sign or this warning to display on the instrument cluster restricted performance. The only thing you do for me, subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit up the notification bell for more videos like this. This is one of the channels where you can get all the information you need about Land Rover, Jaguar vehicles. Now let's get down to business. Each time you switch on the ignition of your vehicle and you see one of the warning signs, or the display on the instrument cluster, for example, you see left door open, which is normal, probably the driver must have opened the door, or you see hood open or bonnet open, all those things are normal thing. Or you see tire pressure is also part of the warnings that the instrument cluster displays, shows to the car owner or to the driver that this is what is actually happening. Now it is unusual for you to see restricted performance when the engine is off, the engine is not running, and you are seeing restricted performance. Normally when you see restricted performance when the engine is on, you know that the problem is actually coming from the engine performance. Probably the ignition coil is defective, or the spark plugs are not working properly, or the injectors are clogged or restricted because of the carbon buildup on that surface where it's played, where the fuel injects in the combustion chamber. Right now pay attention to this information I'm giving to you. If the engine is on and it's showing restricted performance, that means the engine performance is being restricted. It is not working optimally, it's not properly working well, you understand? But when you switch on the ignition and the instrument cluster shows restricted performance, now pay attention. Many things can actually cause it, but I'm going to tell you two important things that is responsible to that problem, to that restricted performance showing when the ignition is on, as part of the warnings it is displaying. Now pay attention. I'm telling you this out of experience. I'm over a decade now, more than 10 years in this automotive industry. As a certified technician, I'm letting you know all this information. The only thing you do for me is subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow my page on Facebook, Franky Autos Limited. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok, all social media I did. You understand? So now pay attention to this information I'm giving to you. Two things that can actually trigger the restricted performance warning sign to display on the instrument cluster. Number one is the fan wire. Now if the fan wire, as you have a big fan, the cooling fan, now it has a wire that connects to the engine wire, where you have the provision of male and female sockets. Now if that wire is not good, if the fan wire is defective, if the fan wire is broken, if the fan wire is torn apart, if the fan wire has corrosion, is not contacting very well, the current is not passing through well, it will display restricted performance on the instrument cluster even when the engine is off Only the ignition will be on, but you will see that the instrument cluster will be displaying restricted performance. It will show you fan circuit. If it shows fan circuit, go straight to the fan, check the fan wire, and have a visual inspection. Look properly if everything is well arranged in that angle. Pay attention to this detail because this is very, very vital. In fact, so many people are tired of fixing restricted performance, not even diagnosing the vehicle and to isolate the problem. Because when you see trouble like that, the first thing you need to do is your visual inspection. Then you diagnose the vehicle, you retrieve the fault codes, you know how to fix the vehicle, what is the problem, and how to navigate that problem. You understand? This is how you fix a vehicle. You have to carry out exclusive diagnosis, retrieve the fault codes. Now, check the possible causes. If possible, you can use any of these platforms like ChatGPT. You ask questions, you check videos on YouTube. You just make research just to increase your understanding, your knowledge. You understand? So that is one thing that can actually make that restricted performance to display on the instrument cluster. Once you diagnose the vehicle and it shows you fan circuit, go straight to the fan wire and check what is happening there. If the fan wire is broken, it will display a restricted performance on the instrument cluster. That is number one. Now, another thing that can actually make restricted performance to display on the instrument cluster: when the engine is off, only the ignition will be on. As part of the warnings, you are seeing restricted performance, which is unusual. It's not supposed to be like that in the first place, but something triggers those fault codes to come out. Now, in a typical Range Rover, Land Rover, Jaguar, you understand, like that of V8 5.0 supercharged, normal 5.0 aspirated engines, 3.2 liters, Land Rover L405, L322, L494, all those kind of vehicles, Range Rover Vela, Evoque, and so on, Vogue, Sport, Defender, a lot of them. We have about 7 to 8 engine fuse. Many fuses are there on the fuse box. You will see we have about 7 to 8 fuse, all parts of the engine fuse. You understand? So what you need to do is that you need to check the engine fuse, all of them, one after the other. All those injector fuse, you need to check them whether they are actually okay or the fuse is broken or torn apart inside. You need to actually check all those, because if one of those fuses are cut, you will see that it will actually send a wrong signal to the ECU, and that will make the ECU to send a response to the instrument cluster showing that restricted performance is actually happening even when the vehicle is not working. So these are two things that can actually trigger the restricted performance to display on the instrument cluster even when the engine is off, only when the ignition is on as part of the warnings. 1. Fan circuit. 2. Check the engine fuel. These are two important things that can actually happen to that vehicle. If you love this video, give us a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit on the notification bell for more videos like this. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram. I'm everywhere, and if you have a job for me, reach out to me to my platform, message me, DM me. I'm here for you guys. You understand? Cheers.